lot of people think of suicide as committed suicide. That's still a stigma today.
Suicide is the number one killer of law enforcement. About 3 times as many officers die by suicide than are killed by felons. So by felons, I mean someone who was killed and shot and killed on duty. 3 times that many die by suicide.
My most common thing my parents ever said to me was just suck it up and it'll, get over it. And then sadly enough, when I got to the age of 14, I attempted suicide twice. And it stunned my parents.
My son was 19 in 2010. He was angry at me and he took his life. And so in 2010, my life was shattered. Not only did he take his life when he was mad at me, he also wrote a note saying he didn't want me to attend his service.
If you need counseling, we'll get you some counseling. If you need to go see a psychologist, we'll send you to a psychologist. What do you think you need? I'm like, what I'm really calling for is help.
I think if people follow the things that really interest them, then they will find a way to be able to express it that way, express themselves that way.
Yeah, I think what you just said is, again, following your passions, but if you need that help, it's so important to get it because it can open up a whole door for you. Most important things I think is to understand that you're not alone when you have a problem or your friend has a problem or someone in your family has a problem, that there are other families that have problems, other people that have problems, and breaking down the stigma, making a film like this hopefully opens up conversation where people talk about it.
Everyone deserves to be treated and be respected, because you can say one thing to somebody that can either raise them up or completely mess them up. And you don't know how they received what you just said to them.
Dealing with the suicides and the aftermath of the suicides in your family, was it very difficult even to just make the film to deal with this on a day-to-day basis, or was it more cathartic?
I mean, at times it was really cathartic, and I felt like I was swimming through it, meaning that it felt like I was really letting go and understanding it, and then there were other times where it really felt difficult. It depended, like on some particular scenes, were very difficult.
I think the thing that attracts me to your movie specifically was that it was written and directed by you, and I'm a sucker for a based on a true story, because I think, you can come up with stories all day long, but when it's a true story, it carries that extra weight that somebody actually experienced this.
Approach the roles the same way I would approach any role, but it was that responsibility that came with taking care of this person, because you're playing someone real and honoring that story and who that person is and the part that they played in that story.
The film addresses many universal themes as well as the tragedy of mental illness in a very authentic, humanistic way. The strong pull of baseball providing an insular cocoon as well as the springboard to the wider world is displayed in many nuanced ways.